What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Knight here, your Tech and Games Crusader. We have another unboxing. This time, finally arrives the AYANEO docking station. As you can see, AYANEO super powered docking station. And this is the light moon color to match my AYANEO 2021 Pro. Qualified certificate passed. Alright, so let's go ahead, get into this, and then we'll talk about what exactly this thing does. If you have any interest in this product, it also has a successor getting ready to launch on Indiegogo for a 2022 variant using a Ryzen 7 5825U. It's an 8-core 16-thread processor, Zen 3 architecture for SoC, and it is still LPDDR4X, not LPDDR5 like the Steam Deck, but it does have the option for a Pro variant for up to 2 terabytes of storage. It is only PCI Express 3.0 storage, unfortunately, but hopefully with the arrival of Ryzen 6000 laptop parts now available, maybe later this year we will get our finally PCI Express 4.0 storage parts with LPDDR5 and RDNA 2, and hopefully that will be able to get us some pretty good performance, especially if they give us an option for maybe an HDR screen or a high refresh screen for a Pro version to where we have higher than 60 Hertz refresh. But looking around on this, you can see it has the cradle design, and then on the side here we have a micro SD card up to XC or extreme capacity storage for 2 terabytes, and then we have a full-size SD card. Do have some strips across the bottom for grip. Nothing on this side. The finish on this feels really nice. It's actually a little bit more satin type finish than what's on the actual AYANEO. I'm saying actual way too much. But the AYANEO 2021 Pro in the white moon or light moon. Here we have our USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 1 port. These are super speed USB 3.1 ports for 10 gigabits per second transfer. Okay, the power, that's interesting. So this is just a USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 1 port for 10 gigabits per second. This is your power input port. And here's your HDMI 2.0B for up to 4K 60 at 10-bit color in RGB or 444 chroma. And we have an Ethernet port here for RJ45 of T1000 gigabit LAN. So on the bottom we can see model is AB1D, product name AYANEO Super Power Docking Station. Input voltage and current is 3 amps or 20 volts. Let's look at the actual interface here. Flips up like this. I do wish that there was a overhang right here where this was carved out, that you could be able to mount a fan onto the back of this. Because the AYANEO Pro 2021 or 2021 Pro does get quite warm, and I imagine also if this is going to be compatible as well with the upcoming AYANEO Next and Next Pro, it will also get pretty warm. But you can see this is got a slight bit of angle to it, that it's not just straight down. It does not go in, it doesn't push in anything around it, but it has just the slightest bit of movement. And this is just production stamp here. So I don't know what the purpose is in this right here, unless that's just a magnet for a sensor inside the AYANEO Pro 2021 Pro. I'm going to keep doing that, guys, just because I'm sorely out of it. It's been a long day from hospital stuff and everything, so I mean, the mechanism, it's durable enough. It is pinned, so you can see right here a very, very small pin screw that goes through, kind of like on a watch band, if you're familiar with that. But yeah, I do wish that this had just maybe like 2 tabs that came up, instead of covering it like this. And locking in like this. Have just 2 tabs. Have this part right here where this flap is just be like it could sink down when it's up to lock in. And just have 2 tabs come up for like a 92 or 120 millimeter fan that can sit on the back of this to be able to give you a little bit better airflow. So nothing in the bottom. Do have a manual, and it looks like a contents card here. So yeah, quick start card. Instructions. Please read the manual before using the product and keep it for future using. We will guide you to understand and use the device. Instructions for AYANEO's Super Docking Station. Open the dust cover of the AYANEO's Super Docking Station and place it steadily. Plug your power adapter into the power source and use the Type-C cable for external power supply. When connected to the AYANEO console, the Super Docking Station is not externally powered, and the indicator light is on in blue. When it is not connected to the AYANEO console, the Super Docking Station only provides external power supply and the indicator light turns green. When connected with AYANEO console and also with external power, the indicator light of the Super Dock will be blue and the light will turn blue when it is full. That's interesting. The input of the AYANEO Super Docking Station is PD 3.0 60 watts fast charging. Please use an adapter that meets the requirements or use the original AYANEO adapter to power the AYANEO Super Docking Station. Do not use an adapter without safety certification to power the AYANEO Super Docking Station. It may cause damage to internal components and unpredictable dangers. Number 4. HDMI interface is used for video output up to 4K 60. So this 4K 60 can do HDR, by the way, or 10-bit color, either one. Gigabit Ethernet RJ45 port used for local wired Ethernet connection. 2 USB-A, 1 Type-C power supply, 5-volt, 2-amp. Used for keyboard, mouse, mobile hard disk, U-disk, and other expansions. AYANEO Super Docking Station is compatible with 4 AYANEO 2021 and 2021 Pro with SDTF or transfer flash card slot. Support mobile device transfer flash, camera SD card simultaneous use is not supported. Gotcha. So the material is ABS. PD charging power 60 watts, 20 volts, 3 amps. Gigabit Ethernet RJ45 connection. USB specification. USB 3.1 Gen 2 up to 10 gigabits. USB transmission speed 10 gigabits per second. Alright, video support. This is over that USB-C on the end. This one right here. So you can use that to output DisplayPort 1.4 4K 60, and also the HDMI is 2.0B. Interface type Type-C up to 10 gigabits per second. Type-C power connection is 60 watts, PD 3.0 fast charging. 2 USB-A ports up to 10 gigabits per second. HDMI 2.0B port, Gigabyte Ethernet port, SD card slot, TF card slot. The size of the dock is 151 millimeters wide by 60.5 millimeters deep by 25 millimeters tall. Weight is 120 grams. Alright. So here's our actual manual. You can see the demonstration. This is in color. Things that we just went over and read. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the AYANEO 2021 Pro back out of the box. And let's see how well it docks. Thing you have to remember about this also is it is offset on the bottom. So you can see here, if it was center set, it would be right there. Basically where this is. Let's go ahead and grab a power cable. Let's plug it in where it goes. That's what that's for. Okay. So it's not a magnet, it's an LED. Alright, so how easy is it to dock? It just starts to dock on its own. So you just apply, you hold it. Once you line it up, it just kind of drops in on its own. People think that's enough room for the amount of the cooler that's covered. It's to get airflow, but it probably is not. So here's the other question. Can this work with the switch? Let's find out. Because I've been using the AYN, or All You Need, Super Dock for charging the switch. It not being centered, I mean, it's not charging the switch, so I guess that's a no. Completely covers the ports for intake on the bottom of the switch, though. Yeah, it's just still green and never changes to blue. So turn on the switch and maybe that's why it's not charging. I mean, you can see how off-centered it is. This goes all the way to the edge of the Joy-Con right here. And then here's the edge of the Joy-Con over here. So that's how much it's off-center. Also, this is the Switch OLED, which I've not been able to set up yet because someone is still borrowing the original Switch. So so, does not work with the switch. Let's go ahead, put this back in here that it does work with. It looks really good too. If only this 2.5 inch hard drive / SSD serial ATA bay was detected as more than just external storage on the Switch, like it is on cell phones and like it is on the AYANEO Pro. It just detects whenever you connect it as extra storage, like an external drive OTG. It's pretty awesome. But I don't want to get too far off topic here. This is a different product. And, I mean, yes, this is what the AYANEO Pro is compared to for form factor, but as far as performance goes, it stomps it. Now that's charging. Let's see what the airflow sounds like. When we power it on. By the way, power on sound is always going to be your max fan, just like it is on a PC. Yes, it still has the plastic on it because I am waiting to find out if I'm getting something else, and this is going to go to someone who is having PC issues or not. So let's go ahead and take a listen. It does have enough airflow, so I guess that does go well for that. I'm just going to go ahead and power this off now. But yeah, guys, this docking station for the AYANEO 2021 is it's pretty cool. Does allow you to turn any of the AYANEO 2021 series into a full-blown PC, because you plug in your keyboard and mouse, or mouse and controller, keyboard and controller, you got your Ethernet, you got your outputs. This is literally making this a home PC substitute. I mean, for the cost of this, it better be able to do something, because this was around $1,300, and the AYANEO Next is going to be starting at where this was its highest point, whereas this only topped out at 1 terabyte. AYANEO Next is going to top out at 2 terabytes. This has 16 gigs of LPDDR4 4266 RAM, and the AYANEO Next has maximum in the Pro version for 32 gigs of the same LPDDR4X 4266 RAM. And we know that the AMD Ryzen SoCs love RAM speed, because it's how it can get a lot more performance for a lot less effort. But guys, you have any questions regarding this AYANEO docking station, or anything else that I've covered in other videos, feel free to leave your comments below. If you like the video, consider giving a thumbs up. If you want to know when I have new content going live, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to know whenever I may have new things arriving that may be potential future content, or be eligible for future giveaways, you may also want to consider following me on Twitter at Xyber, in addition to subscribing to the YouTube channel. Once the Twitter reaches 2,500 followers, we will commence with the giveaways. And trust me, guys, I have a backlog of things that I'm just ready to get rid of at this point that keeps stacking up. So it's definitely not going to be a faint heart adventure for me. And it may be pending countries that permit giveaways for things. So I will make sure to go through all of the official channels for those things as well. But guys, this is Xyber, your Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day. Take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.